Namaskar. Good morning to everyone present here in this old Darbar Hall of Rajbhavan, Goa. Respected Governor Shri P.S. Sridharan Pillaiji, Jnanpith Awardee and the Indian writer Shri Damodar Mauzo, alias Bhai Mauzo, senior journalist and writer Shri Pachu Menon, Honorable Secretary to the Governor of Goa, Shri M.R.M. Rao, IAS, and senior writer Shri R.S. Bhaskar Mam, and all the dignitaries present here for the function, my dear brothers and sisters. I welcome you all on this occasion of the release of translation of poetry collection, O Mizoram, written by Honorable P.S. Sridharan Pillaiji and translated by Shri R.S. Bhaskarji into Konkani. Sanjana Publications is the leading publishing house in Konkani. It has so far published almost 500 books written by veteran writers and also by the youngsters. It has published books of all genres, translations from Konkani to other Indian and foreign languages, and translations of good literary work from other languages to Konkani always has been the priority of Sanjana Publications. Today we are releasing a book originally written by our own Shri P.S. Sridharan Pillaiji. I request Shri M.R.M. Rao, IAS, to welcome the August gathering.
सभी को नमस्कार. Welcome to all of you. तुमांका सगळ्यांका येवकार. His Excellency, Honorable Governor of Goa, Sri P.S. Sridharan Pillai sir, Jnanpith Awardee Sri Damodar Mauzoji, eminent columnist Mr. Pachu Menon, the translator Mr. R.S. Bhaskar, and First Lady Rita Ma'am, and other eminent persons who have gathered. As you all know, our Honorable Governor P.S. Sridharan Pillai sir, as a prolific writer who has completed 250 books. In fact, this book, which was originally written in English, collecting anecdotes, his own thoughts while working as Honorable Governor of Mizoram, O Mizoram, which is translated into Konkani by Mr. R.S. Bhaskar and being released today. These books, numbering 250, are not just about the quantity, but quality also, and different aspects in different genres, starting from poetry to law. It's not that he just writes books, but he has been encouraging writers to get their first works published, because getting the work published is a very, very difficult task. Knowing this, even before assuming the governorship, the Honorable Governor, while in Kerala, he has started a program encouraging their first books published. By doing this, he has encouraged this and continuing this tradition. After assuming the governorship of Goa also, he has introduced a scheme called Nayi Pehal, whereby the first work is encouraged. Not just that, monetary assistance of rupees 10,000 is given. And initially these were in Malayalam, Konkani, Hindi and English also. But he has announced that all the languages which are included in the 8th schedule of the Constitution would also be considered for this program. You will all be pleased to know that our Honorable Governor, just 2 days ago, on Tuesday, he has attended and chaired a session at New Delhi Sahitya Academy, which is attended by an eminent literary person, where his speech was appreciated by everyone present there and the scholars, everyone included. Not just writing, he has taken up several initiatives in Rajbhavan, including maintenance of gardens, Vamana Kala, encouragement to environment and sustainability, and giving assistance to needy persons, cancer and dialysis patients, visiting their doorsteps and institutions. In fact, last week, His Excellency has visited in North Goa, and Saturday we proposed to visit some of the institutions in South Goa. Not taking much time, I invite all of you to this very eminent function. We would be, in fact, happy to listen from the speakers who are very, very eminent here. Thank you once again. Dev Barikar.
publishing the book originally written by Shri P.S. Sridharan Pilleji and been translated into Konkani. Must be certainly happiest moment for Sanjana Publications. We have amongst us the man behind the show, Shri Dinesh Papanelkar. I request him to speak on this occasion.
सगळ्यांक मायमोगाचो नमस्कार. We have today here His Excellency, Honorable Governor of Goa State, Shri P.S. Sridharan Pilleji, and we have our eminent writer, Shri Damodar Maojo, Jnanpith Awardee, आमचे गोयचे भूषण, I would say. We have Mr. Pashubab Menon here, a senior journalist. We have Mr. R.S. Bhaskar, who has translated O Mizoram in Konkani, and we have here Mr. M.R.N. Rao. Namaskar to all of you. In fact, it is an I would say a moment of very full of satisfaction and full of pleasure and a lot of joy, I would say, that I could publish the translation of His Excellency, our beloved Governor, Shri Pilleji. His Excellency is a versatile poet, and he has just now, it was told by Mr. Rao, he has written more than 250 books. A great writer, I would say. And when I was just thinking about him, a thought came to my mind to place a proposal before His Excellency that most of his poetry books will be translated in Konkani so that Goan reader, Konkani reader over the full Konkan belt can read his poetry and enjoy his poetry. This translation process will come into existence within next 12 months, and by the end of the year 2025, I expect at least 3 books to bring before you the translations of the poetry of His Excellency. Friends, our country is a unity in diversity. We have different cultures all over India from different states, and we have different writers writing in different languages and different thought processes. Today's book is a step towards strengthening the bridge between Malayalam and Konkani. I once again thank all of you for your presence. Thank His Excellency for giving this opportunity to Sanjana Publications. Thank you.
Thank you, Dinesh Bab. In one of the poems in O Mizoram, titled Northeast Calls, respected Shri P.S. Sridharan Pilleji writes, cast aside clouds of darkness, break the night and enjoy the silver dawn. Flowers inspire us to break the night and enjoy every moment of life. I request Srimati Harsha Shetty to offer a bouquet of flowers to Honorable Governor Shri Sridharan Pilleji. I request social activist Srimati Naman Sawant to present flower bouquet to our Bhai Mauso. I request Ms. Mamta Vellekar to present bouquet of flowers to our guest of honor, Mr. Pachu Menon. I request Ms. Rupa Padni to present bouquet of flowers to the Secretary to the Governor, Shri M.R.M. Rao. And I request Dr. Ramita Gurau to present bouquet of flowers to Shri R.S. Bhaskar. I request Shrimati Arsha Shetty to offer the bouquet of flowers to the First Lady. Honorable Shri Sridharan Pillai, a bilingual author. Please have a seat, sir. Honorable Shri Sridharan Pillai, a bilingual author, writes both in English and his mother tongue Malayalam. O Mizoram is the collection of poems published in 2020 by Indus Scrolls Press. The Konkani version will be released today, short while, in Goa by Sanjana Publications. The poems in O Mizoram inspires the readers with a positive approach. For instance, in one of the poems titled Diabetes, Shri Pillai writes, "The disease shall not be a sorrow. The disease shall not be a sorrow. I know sorrow is the disease." Pillai gives message of unity through his poems. In the poem titled 21st Century, he writes, "Be proud as Indian without hate to anybody. Be proud as Indian without hate to anybody. Come work for resurrection of the motherland." We the Goans are proud to have a governor with distinguished characteristics of being a politician, a socialist thinker, a renowned lawyer, and a noted writer. I kindly request Shri Pillai to inaugurate this function and address the August gathering.
Most respected Damodar Moksiji, the translator of this book, Sri R.S. Bhaskar, my good friend Pachumenon, Secretary to Rajpan, Mr. Maram Rao, and Sajna Publishers representative Sri Dinesh ji, distinguished guests and my dear friends. I'm very happy and actually I'm enjoying because I have written some anthology of poems published also. Out of that, this is my collection of English poems. During the COVID period, I was the governor of Mizoram. Mizoram is a beautiful place. I am lucky because Mizoram and Goa both are tourist hubs and very nature restored and their beauty to these two states. During that period, the Rajbhavan of Mizoram is concerned at that time. There was strict restriction on entry by anybody from outside. Actually, a suffering period for me. I am always as a public worker, as a politician, and as a lawyer. It is a pranavayu, people, mingling with the people. In my original language, I would like to say it is a pranavayu. Without that, I can't survive. A fish out of water. Then I was forced to, I'm underlining the word forced to write something. In English language also, poems. Before that, my first collection of poems in 2004 in Malayalam. N.T. Vasudevan Nair, Krishnadas is here, is a relative and a close associate. In 2004, by my Malayalam poem Kaladanam is a gift to me, it's blessing to me. Its foreword was built by N.T. Vasudevan Nair. That was one of the greatest prompting factor for me to write more and more. Because Malayalam poems, 14 or 15 anthology of poems so far I have published. But in English writing, it was a very difficult task. Because proper words are there, then I will go through it. Writing in Malayalam, it is easily I can do that. But English also I can write, there's no problem. But poems are concerned, one word is used, then I will be under the other substitute word is there. Thesaurus and dictionary were very close to me in English, close to me at that time. So difficult task. It took more than 1 year for completing that book. And its release also, at that time, our Honorable Uparashtrapati Venkaiah Naidu ji released the book through online, and that is the background of this book. Then Bhaskar ji is concerned, I don't know how he came to know about it, and he already himself and asked me to write, translate it into Ugni, the Braille language. Then I agreed immediately. I said that is also a plus point for me, and I agreed for that. Thereafter, we didn't meet. I think so. Only once I. Once, so only 2 times. And I don't know the translated version. Translation may be better than original. I think so. That is why I am here. As far as our younger generation is concerned, so writing is a process nobody can prevent. I am a person always trying to evaluate the situation, study things. My studies about the books are concerned. From Kerala, I can say now publishers are selling more and more books. I don't know what is the view of Dinesh. Now there are DC books, Ravi, Madhubhumi, that fellow, and Purin Vishal, all publishers are saying that more they are selling. But I don't know, as far as others are concerned, they may not say the real picture. So that also is a fact. That royalty is concerned, Krishnadas knows better than me. Of course, in Malayalam, in Kerala, Malayalam, Madhubhumi, they are promptly sending the royalty to others. Recently, I have got 49,000 rupees from Madhubhumi. They published one constitution in Malayalam, and within 2 weeks, first edition was then actual figure given and amount. But I am not concerned with but other publishers are concerned, not about Govan publishers. So certain people who dedicated themselves, their entire time is spending for writing, depending on that. As far as I am concerned, so far no problem, because I was a practicing lawyer. I was at that time I was having section. Now also my salary is better than any other field, so there's no problem. But as far as the new writers are concerned, what is to be done? In Kerala, when I inquired about novel and other things, even now people are going to purchase books. They are asking for the M.T. Vasanar book, People Pranam's book, Vaikam Muhammad Bashir's books, and such a Tagari Shivashankara Pilla's book. So this is the trend in Kerala society. Then a new writer, you see, is preparing a book, very in a novel, good novel. They won't exhibit it in their show because they want to sell. People wanted the books of such a senior writers, well-known writers. Here also, I think Mausani's books, maybe people asking for that. Then part of the business, the space may be very shortage of space in every bookstore we can see. They will exhibit this, promote this. This is the situation. Under such a pathetic condition in the field, while I was a lawyer, I was having sufficient fund also at that time. 2 times I started two schemes for new writers. If you are writing a new book, and if it is a new book, my organization Vigil published the book, and scheme including M.G. Vasudevan Nair, C. Radhakrishnan, M.P. Virendra Kumar, they were the patrons. But the money, of course, from my income mainly, I was spending for that. More than 230 authors, their books we publish free of cost. 200 or 300 copies printed and give it to them. They can sell it or freely given to that. I'm remembering one incident. In my state, there is a place called Wayanad. Wayanad, at Toddy shop, there is an employee there. He has written a book on stories, collection of stories, sent it to us. From the hands of M.D. Vasudevan Nair, he was receiving the first copy in that scheme. Then he was crying aloud. He said, you see, think about M.D. Vasudevan Nair's position. His book has no money to print. No publisher can entertain it. Then that memory is still with me. That is why Naipal started here. So far, 22 new others were introduced, and of course, their books printed by Raj Bhavan, given the copies to them. Once, I think Mausoji also attended one program for releasing such books. And along with the same, now I am saying what we have given, 10,000 rupees also given to that new author. Bhaskarji, today we are giving, Raj Bhavan is giving that 10,000 rupees to you as a token of respect and gratitude to you. So with these few words, I am concluding my inaugural speech, and let us try our level best. Raj Bhavan is with you. If no writers are coming, we are prepared to help you. Even English books also, the Delhi 20th there will be a program here. An English novel is releasing by Konark, a famous publisher from Delhi is coming for that purpose in the same hall. Time is 11, the same time also. That Konark. So I think our new generation, those who are interested in writing, I will introduce to them, and they will also in English books, they will do whatever is required. And I'm extending sincere thanks also for all of you to attend this program. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Honorable Governor Shri P.S. Sridharan Pilleji, for always being supportive to our language and literature. We have amongst us today senior journalist and writer Shri Pachu Menonji. I kindly request Pachu to speak a few words on this occasion.
A few words is really a problem for me. So I usually bring everything written down and then I speak, if it is permissible, of course. Honorable Governor Goa, Sri Sridharan Pilleji, Jasmine Awardee and our very own by Sri K.S. Bhaskar, and all the esteemed invited present. Good day to you all. It's a pleasure being invited for a book release function, as one gets to interact with authors and authorities on various subjects. It is a learning experience, and every day I thank the publisher, Sri Dinesh Manelkar, for this honor. The Honorable Governor of Goa, Sri Sridharan Pillai, has earned himself an enviable reputation for having penned on more than 250 books. The very fact that these books are deemed worthy enough to be translated into various languages is proof enough of his stature and versatility as a prolific writer. As a noted figure in the Konkan literary works and bestowed with quite a few awards, noted poet, writer and translator Sri K.S. Bhaskar from Kochi needs no special mention Welcome, sir. Literary translations or the transposition of a text from one language to another not only requires an excellent knowledge of the source and the target languages, but also the language cultures. For there have been umpteen complaints about the translator having reproduced the original text without having actually delved into the essence of the subject. A word-to-word translation, they call it. There are many who subscribe to the belief that while words can be translated into another language, one cannot fuse the same emotions that the original version brings to a reader. The emotions and thoughts of the original writer get distorted. That's what they say. But let it be understood that translations makes a work of art accessible to the world without any plea or barriers of languages. As the reviewer said, everything depends on how we understand a language, a mere tool for communication or the assimilation of culture, history, literature, and atmosphere of a place. Sri R.S. Bhaskar has done a commendable job of translating the Honorable Governor's book of English poems, O Mizoram. I think in your 125th book, sir. O Mizoram is your 125th book, I suppose. That's something like that. Into Konkani. The very fact that he has been able to bring out the nuances of the nuances of life that typifies the poems penned by the Honorable Governor is in itself a commendable task. I am sure readers would appreciate the efforts of Sri R.S. Bhaskar, who, paying great deal of attention to the details, has indeed done an admirable job of translating the Governor's book of poems, O Mizoram, into Konkani. Congratulations, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pachuba, for your short but insightful speech as usual. May I now kindly request Bhai Mauzo to release the Konkani translation of Mizoram. Bhai, please release the book translation of Mizoram into Konkani. Thank you, Bhai. It's a proud feeling that our mother tongue, Konkani, which was suppressed during the Portuguese rule of 450 years in Goa, rise to the heights within few years of liberation. It was all due to the hard efforts of our writers and fighters like Ravindrabab, Manohar Rai, Bakibab, etc. Our Bhai Mauzo is not just a Jnanpith awardee for us, Konkani people, Konkani community, but a torchbearer and a role model for many youngsters working for the cause of Konkani and Goa. A kind-hearted, simple, down-to-earth Bhai is as popular as anyone in Goa. It's my privilege to call Bhai to speak on this occasion.
सगळ्यांक मागीर मोगाचो नमस्कार. Honorable Governor of Goa, Sri P.S. Sridharan Pillai, my translator friend R.S. Bhaskar, इंग्लिशीन स्तंभलेखन करपी म्हणजे इश्ट हांव तांकां आतां गोंयकारच मानूंक लागला आनी ते गोंयकारच जाल्यात आतां आमचे पाचू मेनन, आमच्या राजभवनाचे सचिव श्री एम.एन. राव आनी म्हजे मुखार बशिल्ले सगळे मायेस. आय एम नॉट फॉरगेटिंग दीस टायम, आय हॅव ऑफन फॉरगॉटन अर्लियर फर्स्ट लेडी मिस रिटा. So my friends Dinesh and Anant Agni and many of my friends and colleagues in the audience. आज म्हाका भोव खुशी कित्याक एक दुसरे भाशेंतलें पुस्तक कोंकणीत येता तेन्ना त्या भाशेकय एक आनंद आसता आनी ह्या भाशेंतल्या लोकांकय एक आनंद आसता. So this is a different type of occasion where the original language is getting enriched because it has outreach in another language, and also this language of this soil also is enriched because of a translation which is happening in Konkani itself. My congratulations are due both first to the translator my friend R.S. Bhaskar, and also to the original author for allowing us to take the book in his language. Was it originally in Malayalam? Originally in English, yeah, you mentioned it. So from I must say I have the second privilege. I was there when the book was launched in English. Yes, yeah. And again now for the book in translation into Konkani. So my congratulations to you, sir, and everybody else. This is an addition to the Sahitya Sampada of my language, Konkani. When a book is translated, the author's book is translator gets a feeling as if he is giving his daughter in marriage to another family, where you are happy that she's going to a better house, or rather a good family. So same thing here, I can assure you, we accept O Mizoram, though written in English, your child as ours now. So once again, I'm very happy to express my views here. In fact, I think it was about 2 years back that I came to Raj Bhavan, when I came to know that he has more than 100 books, 100 plus books to his credit, that time. Then after some time, maybe a year or two later, I was here again, and I found the number had swelled to 200 plus. And now, this probably, I realize now that he has more than 250 books to his credit. I'm happy that the author is growing, not only in number, but also in quality and in stature. So we are happy for that also. I don't know, after sometimes probably the author himself will lose count of the books. I hope it doesn't happen. As I know, and I have been following his writings, Honorable Sri Pillai writes in both in prose and verses. Writing in prose is not different from writing in verses, because both require creativity. Particularly, I'm talking about the kind of writings that happen at his hands. So I'm happy, but at the same time, writing in verses is rather difficult. I know you write both with the same ease, but then when writing verses, as you mentioned rightly, when you write in Malayalam, the words flow very easily. When you write in English, you have to be very particular or very particular about using the words, right kind of words. But then when you write verses in your language also, it is not that easy as writing in prose, because when you write poetry, it requires many other things than the natural beauty of the language and the meaningfulness of your writings, but also there are other qualities like the poetry smells. Poetry has colors, and above all, the poetry has rhythmic beauty of its own. So that rhythm which we see in, even if it is free verses, there is a rhythm to the verses. So I am very happy that your book is now getting translated with all its beauty. Not only the beauty of the language, which is transformed from one language to the other, but also the rhythm of the language, the thoughts also coming to us with the same ease. And Mr. R.S. Bhaskar, who is very familiar with his mother tongue, I mean Malayalam, also is a Konkani person. He is known as, for us, he is a Konkani writer, a Konkani poet. He also writes both prose and poetry. So I'm happy that translation has gone in the safe hands. When I say safe hands, just as I said, when you give your daughter in marriage, you are also make sure that it is in safe family. Same thing here. I'm very happy that it has gone in safe hands, and now it is up to the readers to evaluate it, and I'm sure the assessment will be a very positive one. Well, before I conclude, I would say it is one more feather in the cap of the translator who has already won so many other awards, including Sahitya Akademi Award. But this translation is certainly a feather in his cap because he is enriching his language and also passing on to us. And also it is yet another feather in the cap of the author, because though he has written now 250 books, I would say this is a special feather because it is coming as a gift to Goa. It is coming to Konkan. I'm very happy for it. When he wrote his book, O Mizoram, I really felt envy of Mizoram. When you went, you saw. Today I have not been to Mizoram. I have been to Northeast, many other Northeastern states, but I could see Mizoram through your eyes because I read your poems. So this is going to happen to us also. And I would say I really felt envy of Mizoram because they had a governor who could see with different, with different perception of a writer. Now that you are here, I would say I am not fully satisfied now. Dil mange more. So we want more from you. We are not content with what you have given to us. We now want Goa from you. Because I'm sure someday his term will come to an end. But when you return from Goa, I'm sure you will take some of Goa in your heart. And it will remain there. And in reciprocation, I can assure you, your presence in Goa in this Raj Bhavan has meant a lot to Goan people. You have done so much for people, so much for Goa's art, so much for Goa's culture, and also so much for Goa's well-being. Can you imagine governor taking care of, rather paying his attention to the people who are suffering from dialysis, from other cancer-like diseases? Our own writer, Siddha Garad, she is suffering some disease. But when he gave award, when she won the Sahitya Akademi Award, he did not, he understood that she cannot travel here. He went from here to her house. That is kind of human approach that he has. So we will never forget this governor. Maybe he will be remembered for posterity. And with these few words, I know I have gone overboard, but I express once again my happiness that this book is coming to Konkani written at the hands of the governor, Mr. Pillai, and also translated none other than R.S. Bhaskar. Wish you all the best as far as this book is concerned, and thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Forget to disclose before you one aspect. Today morning, as the Chancellor of the university, I contacted the university, and of course Chancellor can suggest, not recommend, suggest certain things. Today morning, I contacted the Vice Chancellor and told him that every university in India, they are promoting important people by bestowing D.Litt. But in our university, I don't know whether they have that provision is properly used or not. Anyway, today morning, as Chancellor, I suggest the name of Damodar Mausu for DLIT, Dr. Degree, and let other forums that syndicate and other forums are there. I hope they will positively implement it. And secondly, as a mark of respect and prompting the process of translation and publishing it, we asked our office, our controller, to purchase 200 copies of this book, and that is why your burden also selling may be reduced. These two aspects I am.
Thank you, Governor sir. The news of Bhai's name being recommended for a delete is as happy news for us as when Bhai was announced the Jnanpith Award. So thank you very much, Governor sir. I now request Bhaskar Bab, R.S. Bhaskar, to propose the vote of thanks.
सगळ्यांक माझ्या मोगाचो नमस्कार. Honorable Governor of Goa, Dr. P.S. Sridharan Pillai sir, Srimati Rita madam, my friend Jnanpith Puraskrit Sri Damodar Mavijo, senior journalist Sri Pachu Menon, Secretary to Raj Bhavan, Sri Raoji, fellow writers, dear friends, എല്ലാവർക്കും സ്നേഹപൂർവ്വം നമസ്കാരം. I may begin by reciting a poem from not a poem, a stanza in Konkani by renowned poet Bakibab Borkar with its Malayalam translation. I will try to sing, but I am not a singer. Tya disa vada kade gadat tinsana manda manda vajata aili tujhko painjana तुझको पैंजणा. മലയാളം. ആദിനം വടമരച്ചോട്ടിൽ മൂവന്തി കനത്തിടും നേരം മന്ന മന്ദം കിരുങ്ങിയെത്തി നിന്റെ പാദസരങ്ങൾ, നിന്റെ പാദസരങ്ങൾ. I am extremely happy that I was able to translate the collection of poems O Mizoram, written by an eminent author who has, to his credit, more than 250 books. This translation work really helped me enrich my knowledge. I could learn more from this translation. I truly enjoyed the work. I wish to mention how I was fortunate enough to come across this translation work. It was on that pleasant morning I visited the Anjaneya temple in front of Miramar beach. While offering prayers, I asked Anjaneya to bestow upon me with something new. The same evening, I was able to obtain permission for the translation of this book from the Honorable Governor and successfully completed the work by the grace of Anjaneya, I believe. I am really happy that I could contribute to my language, Konkani, with this noble work. I wish to express my sincere gratitude to the Honorable Governor for giving me the opportunity to do this work and thus help enrich the Konkani language. Thank you so much, sir. Tumka Dev Barekaro. I wish to recite one poem from the new book, but I will come to later. I think better to recite one poem. The very first poem, Ekaisawe Sadak. That is 21st century English. British आयले आणि भारत जिंकले संस्कृती आणि स्वाभिमान आमचो अडगळो विश्वाची मान गुरु बंदी झाली आपल्या स्वतःच्या भुयेचेर धर्माक श्रेष्ठताय ना झाली यजमानपण आणि वसणुकेच्या हुकमताने भारतात नाश हाडलो गुलामीचे आड झुजले आम्ही आणि जैत पावले वसणुकेच्या भावार्थपणांतल्यान विचार आमचे मुक्त जावपा खातीर आम्ही आमच्यो सुवात सोडया भारती म्हूण आम्ही अभिमान पावया भारती म्हूण आम्ही अभिमान पावया हेरांच्यो दुस्वास करनासले ययात मायभूयेच्या पुनरुद्धारा खातीर वावुरया देश पयलो आनी सुवात मागीर देश पयलो आनी सुवात मागीर हो घोषणा पाळया विश्वास पावया हे सतत फकत भारताचे हे सतत फकत भारताचे थँक्यू going back. Sri Damodar Maujo is my close friend. He encourages me always. I am indebted to him for his kind presence and for blessings the occasion by releasing the book in a grand manner. I express my thanks to Secretary to Raj Bhavan, Sri Ravuji. Senior journalist Sri Pachu Menon, though I know him well, this is the first time we have met each other. Thank you, sir, for your kind presence and blessings. Dr. Jayanti Naik garlanded the book with her beautiful and thoughtful forward. I express my sincere thanks to Jayanti Naik. Professor Sunita Kanekar supported me by reading the manuscript and thoroughly going through it. My sincere thanks to Professor Sunita Kanekar. I thank my best friend Sri Dinesh Manekar and Sanjana Applications for making my dream to reality. I express my sincere thanks to Raj Bhavan officials and to all my friends present here and also to media friends. My special thanks to my friend Anandba Agni. Nandi, Namaskaram, Jai Bharat. I also thank to the Honorable Governor for the gift. Thank you, sir.